Hello everyone, my name is Emily Teacher, and today we're going to be reading Tokoyo and the Sea Monster. Folktales are legends of past events that are passed on from adults to children without ever being written down. Every country has its folktales, and this one from Japan comes to mind. It tells of the adventures of a young pearl diver named Tokoyo who lived in Japan. So this is a folk tale here, a story that's been told and passed down just by speaking it. So it's not a real story, but let's see what it tells us about. The people of Tokyo's village earned their livelihood by diving for pearls. They searched for one oyster in 1,000 that contained a precious pearl. Tokyo was the youngest of the divers. She could stay underwater for a longer period and collect more oysters than anyone. The ocean was like the second home to her. She swam easily through its depths and cut oysters from rocks with her razor-sharp pearling knife. So, an oyster, you can find it on many beaches. It is just a shell, and you need a very sharp knife to be able to open it. When you open it, sometimes, maybe one time for every 1,000 oysters, you'll find a beautiful pearl inside. So, that's what Tokoyo was doing for her job. The other pearl divers were all the family Tokoyo had. Her mother had died when Tokoyo was a baby. Then, while she was still a child, misfortune struck again. Her father had a sense of humor that sometimes got him into difficulties. One day he made an ill-advised joke about the fact that the emperor was an invalid. But making fun of the emperor was a crime. Tokoyo's father was banished to the island of Oki, far from the Japanese mainland. To make matters worse, communication between Tokoyo and her father was forbidden. Her friends tried to console the young girl, but they could not raise her spirits. She felt like an orphan. The house that had once echoed with laughter was now filled with misery. So, while Tokoyo only had her father, he made an ill-advised joke or a bad joke about the emperor, because the emperor was very sick. So when the father made a joke about this, it was very unfortunate because it was forbidden, right? He was banished. He had to leave and go to the island of Oki. And when he was there, he was not allowed to talk with his daughter, Tokoyo. So she was very, very sad. Tokoyo's one desire was to be reunited with her father. On her 15th birthday, she left her village and set off for Oki. Soon after landing on the island, Tokoyo saw a group of people gathered at the edge of a cliff. With them was a girl about her own age, dressed in all white. People explained to Tokoyo that an evil sea god made its home in the waters off the island. This god demanded the life of a young girl once a year. So that's why this girl, standing in white, was at the edge of a cliff. It says they told Tokoyo that the girl cowering before them had been selected as the sea god's victim. She was about to be cast or thrown into the sea. In addition to this, they told Tokoyo that the sea god had cast a spell on the emperor, causing his many ailments. When she heard this, Tokoyo saw a chance to help her father. She begged the people to let her take the girl's place. They began to deliberate among themselves while Tokoyo awaited anxiously. Finally, to her great relief, they agreed. So Tokoyo was able to take the girl's place. So instead of the girl being thrown off of the cliff, Tokoyo was now going to be thrown off of the cliff into the water. Tokoyo strode to the edge of the precipice. She took a deep breath and leapt into the water. She swam deeper and deeper, and after what seemed like an eternity, she found herself face to face with the evil sea god. Tokoyo attacked the sea god with her pearling knife, slaying him. The spell he had cast on the emperor was broken. In an instant, all the emperor's symptoms disappeared. He was delighted to discharge the doctors who had attended him, but who had not been able to cure him. When he was informed of Tokoyo's brave deed, he promised the young heroine whatever she wanted. As a result of Tokoyo's wish, her father regained his freedom and happily reunited with his daughter. So Tokoyo went into the water. She used the knife that she had used, right, to open the oysters. She had it with her. She used that knife to kill the evil sea god. So the spell was broken, the emperor was no longer sick, and so the emperor found out Tokoyo was the one who helped him. And so he helped her and freed her father. It's a very happy ending. Thank you for listening today. We have links related to each of these stories. If you would like the link related to this video, you can find it down in the description below.